Well, my wife was talking about all the drama that happens in her classroom. She has like first graders, and they have all these class pets, and it's kind of, I guess, a big thrill if you were the kid chosen to take home one of the class pets. Like they'll bring it home for the weekend, especially like during a spring break or something like that. You get to be the babysitter for the class pet.
Okay.
They got a whole bunch of them too, and I'm like, I never had a class pet, but they've got a bearded dragon named Madame Mango. They've got a turtle named Skittles.
Aw.
And then they got 2 fish.
Okay.
I was like, you guys got a petting zoo in that place. That's kind of crazy. Now, you said you had a class pet, but there was calamity afoot, Bird?
Yeah, this was pretty rough and traumatic for the entire class. We were in a portable back in 4th grade in Mr. Hodgkin's class, and we had 2 just lovable hamsters. Well, one night someone broke into the portable and trashed the entire class. I mean, they ruined the chalkboard. But the thing that sucked was they took the hamsters with them, too. We were devastated because we loved these hamsters.
They stole the hamsters?
They stole that. It looked like they took the the little thing they were staying in and knocked it over. So we just assumed either they took them out. Well, fast forward to about the last week of school. And this had happened months and months before. We found one of the hamsters still alive behind a bookcase. The other one never found.
Wow.
But we took it hard. It was weird. We didn't know why people broke into our portable.
It was probably kids being stupid and breaking in and just destroying stuff.
I don't think it was kids.
You don't?
No. I think it... Why do you think it was kids?
Because it seems like a young, like an angsty teen vandal kind of thing to do.
Well, either way, they stole one of the hamsters.
Yeah.
And we were just devastated.
Sad.
Hamsters seem to be one of the more popular ones. People are texting in the class pets that they have. One teacher said, yeah, we got a pet hamster. And says, and I'm a teacher. My teacher friend has a hamster class pet, and she told tutoring students, do not go near the hamster. Do not put your finger in the cage. And, of course, a student got bit by putting her finger in the cage, and the parent wanted to sue him.
Oh, my.
The hamster or the teacher?
That's a great question. I don't know. What are you going to get? A bunch of pellets?
Suing a hamster might not be fruitful.
Yes. My 5th grade science teacher had a chinchilla, and I'll never forget him. He was amazing.
Aww.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, kids love animals.
Yeah. And a kindergarten class with a hermit crab. That seems like a popular pet.
Very easy to maintain.
Yeah. Somebody said he went underground, and I kept telling the kids that he was molting, but he was in fact very dead.
Oh.
See, that's part of what you got to do. It's the unfortunate thing is when these class pets die, it gets emotional in there.
I did wonder, did Mr. Hodgkins buy a different hamster? Hey guys, look, I found it. When I got older, I go, did he really find that extra hamster?
No.
Or did he buy one?
Either way, either it was a hamster miracle or he is a very sweet man and just wanted to spare your feelings, and that's lovely.
Because honestly, the numbers don't really match up because they were gone for a good 4 months, and then all of a sudden they appear again. One appears.
It is amusing the lies in that the teachers tell to the students to try to make them not feel bad about the class pet dying. Boy, this sounds traumatic. Raquel is on here from Miami Lakes, and you had hamsters as well in class, Raquel?
Yes, we had 2 hamsters in class, and the hamsters got into a fight. And one hamster, it was crazy. So one hamster kind of ripped off the nose of the other hamster.
Oh,
so
my
Not completely off, it was kind of hanging there.
Oh.
Yes, so we had to separate the hamsters. So we went out to PE, and the class troublemaker thought it was a great idea, and he snuck back into class, and he thought it would be a great idea to crazy glue the nose back on.
Oh.
And when we got back from PE, of course, the hamster had suffocated and died. So we lost the hamster.
Wow.
So I'm not sure what was more traumatizing, the fight with the hanging nose or the crazy glue on the nose.
Oh, my
And that
God.
student's name was Jeffrey Dahmer.
Was he charged with hamster
Well,
murder?
he was. He was a class troublemaker for a reason. He had that name for a reason. So there you go.
Hamster killer.
Yeah, I'd like to look into that guy today and see where he is and
Yeah.
what he's up to.
Guarantee you there's a mugshot.
Or bodies under the porch.
Well, was he truly trying to help? Did he think that super glue was going to do it, or was he trying to cause more harm to a hamster who already lost his nose? And I didn't realize hamsters had such brutal fights.
They do. I have another horrible, terrible hamster story. The ones at our house.
Oh,
the
my
mom
goodness.
ate the babies. It was terrible.
My gerbil did that when I was a kid.
We couldn't believe it. We were shook again. I finally said, I don't want to be around hamsters anymore.
I was stunned. They're very barbaric. You know, they look all cute, but yeah, these animals are out of control.
Hamsters are gangster.
One tech said, yeah, my son's class had a hamster. It got loose one day, and while trying to catch it, one of the kids accidentally stepped on it.
No.
And it was so traumatic for the class. My son came home with blood on his shirt because he had tried to revive it. It was terrible. What is he doing?
No.
Mouth to mouth on a hamster.
What are your guys' stances as parents if you have a child and the pet dies and you have to tell them about it? Do you tell them exactly what happened? Are you honest with them? Do you say all dogs go to heaven? What's the best approach for that?
I think it depends upon where you're set as a parent. But for me, I would rather just be like, hey, this is it, and use it as a life lesson to say, hey, this is what we do, and we live, we're born, we die, and you know that's what life is.
Circle of life.
Yeah.
I know someone that tried to take the hamster and replace it and act like it was the same hamster. And the kid knew, man.
They do. And then at that point, the kid is just saying, well, my parents, I don't know what I can trust now. Because, you know, if you try to lie to me on this, what else are they going to lie to me in? So
You can trust no one, kid. Let me just tell you that.
They're going to lie to you
Right.
about the tooth fairy. Believe me.
yeah.
Found that out the hard way, Virginia.
And Diana said in 5th grade, our class had a pet tarantula, and he would crawl around our desk and then climb up our arms and sit on our shoulders while we worked.
Oh, my.
Oh, hell no.
That is freaky. Could you imagine Denny's in that class?
Oh my gosh, Denny's in a tarantula class. We could get a tarantula here for the studio. Wouldn't that be awesome as we're doing the show? A tarantula just crawls up on our shoulder. And could you imagine Denny's over there doing a round of Do It Bitch?
He couldn't do
He's
it.
got to get a certain category in 10 seconds as a tarantula sits on his shoulder.
I honestly would step in as his friend and say, Kev, we can't do
It's
that.
just that's what would break him as a
We
man.
really can't do that. I wouldn't even be enjoyable for me to even
Oh, I
see
know.
him go through
It feels
that.
like it would just be torturous.
It would be.
I think we'd see him break down right in front of us.
Welcome to the KVJ show.
I mean, I guess
Wow.
we all do have to have at least 3 mental breakdowns on the air, but I just don't want to see it happen with him.
He hasn't had enough.
No, he really hasn't had any. I like to keep it that way.
He keeps it together.
I'm past my quota.
This is how we do. It's the KVJ Show.